It's a huge weekend of high school track and field on both sides of the river. We'll start with district competition in Missouri classes 3, 4, and 5. They're taking place all over the area at schools such as Lutheran North, MICDS, Lafayette, Washington, and Hillsborough. Now the top 4 finishers in each and every event at these district meets will advance to sectional competition next Saturday. Continuing on the Missouri side, in Class 2, they are already at the sectional meet stage. Those top athletes in St. Louis will be headed to Park Hill Central High School in St. Francois County. And the top 4 finishers in that sectional meet, they're headed to Jefferson City next weekend for the Missouri State High School Activities Association State Championship meet. Good luck to all of those athletes. Moving to the Illinois side, it's the girls' sectional competition. The Illinois Class 2A girls' sectional meet will be taking place at St. Jacob Triad High School in Troy, Missouri. The East St. Louis Flyerettes will be ones to watch in that sectional competition, while the Class 3A schools, which are most of the Metro East schools in the Southwestern Conference, are headed to O'Fallon, Illinois. All the top qualifiers will be headed to Charleston, Illinois next weekend for the state championships at Eastern Illinois University. Now you know what's next. St. Louis American shout-outs. I got one special shout-out this week. It's for the St. Louis Public Schools, and every year, right around this time, they put on it's called their St. Louis Public Schools Scholar-Athlete Luncheon. And I always, it's one of the big honors for me to be a part of this as a table role model. What it does is it honors about 400, sometimes 500 student athletes from the St. Louis Public Schools who have achieved a grade point average of 3.25 or higher. As a table role model, we're partnered, and there are a bunch of us, we're partnered with a group of kids, and we get a chance to sit down, break bread, and fellowship with these young student athletes. It's been going on for 8 years now. And in those 8 years, more than 3,600 student athletes have received this special recognition from the St. Louis Public Schools. And like a special shout out to my buddy Travis Brown. It's been his baby, it's been his vision to honor these young student athletes in such a manner. And it's a tremendous honor to be a part of it. My co-worker, St. Louis American Hall of Fame photographer Wiley Price, is also a table role model, and so many other special people from the community gives a chance to talk with these great student athletes. So once again, congratulations to the St. Louis Public Schools, Travis Brown, and most of all of the student athletes for achieving recognition, not only in the athletic field, but more importantly, in the classroom. So once again, congratulations to all of them. Well, I want to close this week's St. Louis American Sports Break, not kind of on a somber note. We want to say goodbye to 2 brilliant people who we lost in the past couple of weeks, who are big impact players in the St. Louis community, and different generations too. First of all, Rich Gray. Rich Gray has been a giant in St. Louis sports for many years. He died at the age of 65 about a week and a half ago. Many of you know him as he was the founder of the St. Louis Eagles Basketball Club, which has become one of the top grassroots basketball clubs in the nation. Rich Gray has really put basketball on the map nationally in St. Louis. He's played a big part in that. The Eagles have had players such as Larry Hughes, Bradley Beal, David Lee, and Jason Tatum who have gone on to play the National Basketball Association. Many players who they're now Brad Beal elite have gone on and had hundreds of players have got scholarship offers to collegiate top college programs around the country. He's just a tremendous man. He was also the father of all sports talk radio in St. Louis. He founded KASP nearly 30 years ago, and he was also the past president of the St. Louis Gateway Classic Sports Foundation, which was founded by his late father, Earl Wilson Jr. Rich was just a game changer in so many aspects of St. Louis and a personal friend. He's really responsible for my radio career, and he's just respected and loved throughout the community in St. Louis. So Rich Gray, we're going to miss you. Our next young man, this is really, it hurts the community. Jaylon McKenzie, a young football prodigy from East St. Louis, Illinois, was tragically killed by a stray bullet at a house party in Venice, Illinois at the age of 14. This young man was one of the top young football players in the country. How good? Well, he was already been offered Division I scholarships by the University of Missouri and the University of Illinois. He has also been featured in Sports Illustrated as one of the up-and-coming bright athletes of the future. That's how good he was. He was just a young phenom and a nice kid, and I was really looking forward to talking about and writing about his exploits the next 4 years at East St. Louis, playing for that great program for Darren Sunket, because he was going to be an impact player early. So instead of having the opportunity to talk about this brilliant young talent, unfortunately, we're talking about him being the victim of another senseless act of violence near his home. And it's just tragic and heartbreaking. So my heart goes out to his family, the community of East St. Louis, Belleville, Metro East, and the football community. Just a tragic loss of a young life, just as it's getting started. So my prayers are with the family first and foremost as well. So that's going to wrap up another St. Louis American Sports Break. You can continue to follow us in The American every Thursday or online at www.stlamerican.com.